Hello, episode 15.
Woohoo! That is what is math? Not a quarter, but it's a 15th out of 100. That's 15% out of 100.
15 seems like, we hit 10. I guess the next big one is 50, like we said, but 15.
We've only got 35 to go.
Okay, after the craziness of those of you that stuck through last week with all the issues with Apple, that took a year off my life.
Oh my God.
So I'm just episode 15, here we go. We're moving on. And we've got a special little treat on Instagram for those of you that following on there.
Yes.
So just a thank you for following along to this point. Can't wait so much. This is such a big project for us that we've been wanting to take on. And so a little treat to say thank you and for many
to reward
more.
you for your loyalty.
Yes.
There will be more.
And many more treats to come. Actually, we've been getting a lot more views on YouTube. So if you ever want to check out the visuals,
If you want to see what we're wearing, if you want to see our little fits, if you want to see
the space,
the blog room, the podcast room in my house,
you can check it out on YouTube. Yeah, I've been enjoying the video. It's fun. We can get a little bit more creative as we go with the camera angles. But for now, a single angle.
For now, welcome into my home. Welcome. Grab a drinky. Let's go.
But yeah, last week was seriously crazy with, I have no idea what the issue is. I seriously took a year off my life. And I spent 2 hours on the phone with Apple writing to all the issues with the podcast, blah, 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 blah. And no one had the gams to just be we don't know what's going on. This is weird. It's working for half of you.
This is what they call a glitch. Instead, they're there's nothing wrong. And we're clearly there is. And the only way that Sarah and I figured that we could see the episode was we had to unfollow, exit out of the app, pull up the app, refollow, and it would show up. But then if we exit the page, it would disappear again. And we're what in the actual?
It was totally a system glitch. So then
something was
after literally my whole brain all week was I don't understand what's going wrong. And all these experts can't tell me what's wrong. But no one was just it's a glitch. You should just re-upload it.
That's what Sarah's should I just re-upload? I'm that seems the only thing we can do at this point. So we did it. And within seconds, there it is.
So yeah, last week was a
Thank you
crazy.
for putting up with us.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with us. I said, I feel if you do something long enough, you run into random occurrences. So
I guess episode 14, lucky 14 was our
14 is my lucky number, but it was not a lucky week. So we're happy to move on to 15.
This week we will redeem ourselves.
Week, yes.
Everything will run streamline. Yes. Everything will be perfect.
Yeah. Don't jinx it. You better.
We're already starting off on a great streak.
We are in a good mood. So we should just kick it off with our twins and outs.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go first.
Oh,
because
she's ready.
My in this week is something that is not a norm for me, but my in this week is peanut butter. Everything.
Peanut butter, gelatin.
Peanut butter, everything. I feel even as a kid, we never did peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, really.
Just for
we
field trips.
We would do butter and honey sandwiches. That was...
Well, we did peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Okay. Peanut butter jelly was not so much a thing. And even now, I don't really dip things in peanut butter. It's just wasn't really my thing. And then I don't know, y'all, but all of a sudden it's I'm craving bread with peanut butter. I want peanut butter just on a spoon. I'm just digging into the fridge late at night and I'm what do we got in here? Ooh, we got the peanut butter. And I'm just
so what's the peanut butter of choice? Do you have a brand?
Right now I'm obsessed with, let's be real. I'm not a peanut butter snob. Colin loves Jiffy. Right, there's a Jif.
Could not tell you. I have not
Skippy.
Skippy.
Jif.
It's Jif.
Okay. Just add a little Y. It's in the Midwest how we add S's to everything. It's let's go to CVS's. Let's go to
Walmart's.
Walmart's. Target's. Or if you're really feeling the Midwest, it would be the CVS's.
Oh my gosh. Let's go to
Let's go to the JCPenney's.
Wow,
okay, that is just a hardcore.
I don't think our followers, their ears are not prepared.
There are
for
those
that.
out there who so relate to that though. Anyway,
but
I
peanut
digress.
Butter brands.
Peanut butter. It's the one that I've been obsessed with recently is the Cozy.
The Grand Rapids one.
Yeah. Because there's this little market by me called Atticus Market, and they just have the cute, like you walk in there and you just feel so good. Like everything is aesthetic. They have a beautiful bakery, coffee, a little window seat. You can just like, and they also do amazing slices of like peanut butter. Oh my God.
Wow. It's just slipping out of her mouth. It's just slipping out.
Pizza. Slices of
Slice of peanut butter. I'm just imagining like all that came to mind was like peanut butter fudge. But
wow. That just flowed right out. Like my body was like peanut butter.
You can have some peanut butter for lunch.
But they have all these like gourmet like spreads, like hazelnut spread, peanut butter spread, pistachio spread, and so they stock the Grand Rapids peanut butter, and it is so good. And what I love about it is that because how much I love Jif, right? Like it has sugar and like weird oils and stuff. This one is just peanut butter, just peanuts. It's not any oil, not anything else. You can do crunchy or regular. I'm kind of just a smooth, like creamy peanut butter girl, but that like you stir it up, and part of the adventure is like, because it's like it has the oil that separates. It's just like, oh, today I have to stir it up, but then I'm just like licking the knife that I used to after it. And I'm like, oh, this is a nice treat. But yeah, peanut butter everything. Like put it on toast. I've been like heating up so it's like a drizzle and putting it over my Greek yogurt.
I've done that. But I don't have a microwave, so
or peanut butter oats. Like I am good. I talked about my oat obsession recently. I'm gonna make a peanut butter banana version this week. Stay tuned.
I feel like you would really like the what are the bars? The
RX bars?
Yeah. And they've got the AM ones that are like peanut butter oat. Ooh. I feel like you would really like that. It's a yellow wrapper, and I really like that one.
Well, I just tried one of the regular peanut versions, and I like that one too because it's like Sarah says she doesn't like the RX bars necessarily because they're like too sticky.
I eat them, but like the oat one is less sticky.
Yeah, it's more like grainy.
But it's got that like dense, that like hardiness that keeps you.
To me, I love the stickiness. To me, it's like some sort of like toffee kind of candy bar. I'm just like, ooh, I love it. It's like nice and sticky, gooey.
It is giving candy bar. Yes.
And the strawberry is my favorite.
I don't think I've ever had the strawberry. I always get the chocolate, the dark chocolate with like sea
That's
salt.
also good. The maple one, love it. But yes, peanut butter. And you guys can look out and see if I will do the peanut butter banana breakfast bake. And I'll have to share the recipe if it turns out well.
Yeah.
And I think it will.
Yeah, that Grand Rapids peanut butter, I think it's like KOEZE.
It's so good.
They have it in New York too, because when we moved,
they have it at Murray's Cheese in Grand Central Market.
They don't have it at Whole Foods, but they have it at like
different
Fairway
markets and stuff.
They've got all the different markets, and like when we were moving, we were walking around, we're like, oh, let's go check out like what would be our grocery store, and we saw it there. We're like, is this a sign? We get our Grand Rapids
and
peanut butter.
And it is so good. I mean, and
it's
I feel
really,
like
really
if you get like a fancy peanut butter, oftentimes it's like $15, maybe even $20. This is like,
oh my God, that's a lot.
$6 or $7 for like a big jar.
It's like premium peanut butter, not premium cost. It's very good.
New love of my life.
Good.
So yeah, peanut butter, everything. And I've never been like a super peanut butter girly, but and now peanut butter and banana, like everything,
Peanut butter
I'm changing.
Peanut butter and apples.
I'm morphing. I'm
Peanut
becoming
butter
a new woman.
She's a new woman that loves peanut butter. Peanut butter and apples is like my snack of choice.
Ooh,
it's good. Highly recommend.
I haven't done that.
Check it out.
Okay.
I'm in a friend's wedding this fall, and so we've got the bridal shower this weekend, which I'm really excited for. I'm hosting.
You went back to the Rip Bodice. Just kidding.
Oh, it's at my apartment. We're just doing a little brunchy going on, and
what are you doing for it? Or are you allowed to share that information?
No, I mean I haven't quite decided everything. It's like a joint effort with the other bridesmaids, but like just gonna do like a little mimosa bar.
Yes, we love a little mimosa.
I don't know, potentially maybe some like bagels, donuts. Like I'm not 100% sure yet, but
so like kind of a breakfast bar.
Yeah. We're gonna go to
breakfast board.
We're going to Trader Joe's, and we're just flowers, fruit.
Well, because she's super into Trader Joe's, right?
Yeah. I mean, who isn't into Trader Joe's?
Girl after my own heart. Yeah, Colin and I went there the other day, and I'm like, this will be $100 bill. I mean,
but seriously, you can get so much more at Trader Joe's, like especially in New York, than other grocery stores.
And it's like, it's not like they're like hiking up the price there either. But oh my God, I love a good. Trader Joe's is therapy. Let's be real.
I love going to the one that's under the Queensboro Bridge. It's got like these huge arch tile ceilings.
Was it an old train station?
Don't know about that.
The one with like, it's like really lofted ceilings, right?
Yeah, but I mean it's under the bridge, so I don't know if it used to be a train station.
Oh, sometimes I thought it was a train depot.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but it used
gives
to
that
just be
vibe.
like, yeah. It's very cool. And I love, it's like because often the ones in New York are very like low ceiling. It's like all squished together. And you're just like, when I
And
walk
they have
in
to have
here,
someone walking around with a sign like end of line here because it's so
yeah.
squashed and everyone's like, I got to get into the checkout line. It gets so busy. So there's someone with a little sign they have to follow around.
This one will get busy, but since it's taller ceilings,
There's a lot more
You
space.
feel like you've got more space.
Yeah.
I love going to that one. Yeah, Trader Joe's. Can't go wrong. So yeah.
So is Trader Joe's you're in, or is the Bachelor? Or is the bridal shower you're in?
Bridal shower is a chance to like get all the stuff from Trader Joe's. So
We love
it's
a
like
Trader Joe's
an
haul.
enabler.
That's like for Christmas when I threw the charcuterie party and
And you're like,
I'm
I
just
will
like,
just go crazy.
Trader Joe's, here we go.
And just like, I love the Trader Joe's granola. So I think we might do some like little like granola
You
parfait.
could do like build your own parfait. Oh,
Something like
that's
that.
cute.
Like so some girlies. It'll be very fun. Like it's interesting to be at the phase of life where like, I mean, it's always fun to throw things for friends, but like a couple years ago, it was like, oh my gosh, like our moms are throwing us bachelorette or bridal showers, and now it's like we're throwing them for our friends. You know, it's like you're just a couple years later, you're like, whoa, we are adulting. So yeah. All right. But yeah, that's my end. I'm very excited for the weekend. I'll definitely try and share some pics. So
That'll be so fun.
transforming the apartment into party oasis.
You
That
got so many
thing's-
pictures.
I got to clean up because it's just with the travels the past couple weeks. My apartment, it looks like a bomb went off. Like I'm not even kidding.
it doesn't.
It does. I just like walk into my room. I'm like, oh, I just need to clean, and then I'm like, I'll do it, and then I'm like, okay, I spent 2 hours on the phone with Apple.
Sarah's apartment always looks beautiful, and then she has like one corner in her bedroom where it's like she's kind of like pushed off, and I'm like, okay, one corner, that's better than the most of us.
I'm
That's
like, I
better
don't
than
have
the
a
rest.
basement. This corner in my bedroom
Yeah,
has to be
you're doing
the-
fine. Just close your bedroom door.
Yeah, no, it will be closed for the party. It will be closed.
Okay. Well, I think my out, and y'all are gonna come for me for this.
Are we?
Okay. Summer I Turned Pretty is not my vibe. Not the new season.
Have you watched the old? I haven't watched it.
What?
I have not watched it
Oh
at
my
all, but I've been
gosh.
hearing people
You
be
would
like, the new
it. I mean,
season's out.
I feel like you would like the first two seasons, and then I was super excited because everyone's like, oh, second season or the third season's out. So I'm like, yesterday I watched the first episode. They're like releasing, I think it's just maybe one a week or maybe it's one per day.
It's Netflix, right?
It's Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought it was Netflix too. So maybe I don't know if it was always on Amazon Prime or anyway. So it's like, okay, the other seasons, she's like, the Summer I Turned Pretty, right? So she's, coming into age, like she's becoming like a more developed teenager. That she's been friends with these two boys her whole life, like their whole family.
So is it set in high school?
So she was in high school for like the first two seasons. Okay. All of a sudden, like it starts with her, this episode of she's starting college, right? Like it's a summer before college. And then in the same episode, like 5 minutes later, it's like, it's been 3 years now. And so she's a junior and I'm just like, okay. But I'm like,
So they just skip forward 3 years?
yeah, but everyone still looks exactly the same. But what killed me, Colin sat there and watched. He was like, oh, I'm going to read, but you can turn whenever you want on. It was the behavior of the characters is so like 16-year-old. It's like they're putting their characters in a different age, but I was like, I didn't. So basically she's like, I want to go on the study abroad. And then she's like, but maybe I won't go because I should just stay for him. And the friends are like, well, you've been talking about this all year about how you finally wanted to study abroad and you got off the wait list and you're doing it. She's like, well, maybe. Like, and it's just like the acting. I feel like I was just like I looked at Colin and I would just be like, huh? Like it was so cringe. It was so cringe.
So it worked for like a high school setting?
Exactly. I'm like, okay, I would expect this of a high schooler to be like, should I go with my family on vacation? Like, I can't say goodbye to my boyfriend for 2 weeks. And then this is, I'm like, girl, you're 21. Like,
When you're 20 and when you're like a junior in college, you're like looking at internships. You're like, I got to be ready for the next phase. And so you're like, I'm going to do this.
yeah. And also it's like, okay, the last couple seasons, it's like, okay, will they kiss? Will they hold hands? It's like, I mean, there's a lot of buildup, but it's like, like high school kind of romance stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's just like, there's so much just like bedroom scenes, and, which is fine. It's totally fine. But I was just
haven't
like,
seen the show, so I don't.
But I'm just like, whoa, like we're just going a mile a minute. It's like, okay, here we go. We're finally together 3 years later. And it's just like, we're sleeping together. Like it's just most of the episodes are about it. Just like they're in bed. And I'm like, what? But then they're acting so immature. And
Yeah.
I just could not. I mean, I was like, I don't think this is my vibe. So that's definitely my out.
So how many episodes have they released? How many have you watched?
I don't know if they're doing one a day or if it's just, or if they're just doing like two at a time or something. But I've only seen the first one because now I'm not sure if I'm going to, I mean, I'll probably hate watch the second episode. Let's be real. I'm hoping that it will kind of redeem itself a little bit, but I mean, we're all team Connie. Come on. If you know, you know.
Sure we are.
And
I need to watch it so I know. And I need to read the Ekatar book so I can be.
And so I'm just like, when are we going to get to Connie? Like, when is this going to happen? And if it's not,
is this another guy?
It's one of the love interests. You got to watch it.
It's been like 3 years later and they still nothing's happened.
You got to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I can't really explain. I don't want to like give it too many spoilers, but like, I mean, everyone knows Conrad. Like everyone wants Team Conrad.
Okay.
If you're not, we're officially in a fight. But I mean, he's also moody. Colin's first comment was, wow, he seems really mopey. And I'm like, to 150th percentile. Like that is just his vibe. So I gotta say the one brother is like golden retriever to a detriment. And like, he's like, can you just snuggle me? And I'm just like, and the other one's just like, smolder. I can't talk about my feelings.
Oh,
but
okay.
Team Connie. Okay.
All right.
That's my rant. So
Sure.
right turn pretty. Come at me. I want your comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But
The drama.
it was not the vibe, and I was really excited.
Okay. All right.
But
well,
who knows? Maybe episode 2. Maybe
Maybe
next week that will be my
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it'll be him.
TBD. But what's your out? We know it's not summer.
My out. Wait, what was it? I was literally just thinking. Oh. Okay, so my out is I finally finished my Spanish book.
That's your out.
Yeah, because it's out.
Oh,
It's out.
I see.
Okay, so this book, which I also found some background. Okay, so it's called Experimento de Amor en Nueva York, which I think is called like in English I think it's by Elena Armas, and we talked about. Was that last episode?
That we can't remember the
remembering names.
authors or names of whatever.
So it's I think it's called like my like the
So it's
American,
not like a direct title translation.
no, which is always like American Roommate Experiment.
Oh.
So like this Spanish guy, like hot Spanish guy comes over, like
is that your hot Spanish guy sound
of
effect?
New Girl where she goes wow with her glasses.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I feel like if you were saying hot Spanish guy, ay, or like hot Spanish guy, ay, there we go. Okay, that's better sound effect. Instead of
yeah. I was not on my game with that. Was not my game. But I'm not giving anything away by sharing this. It's like literally happens like the first 5 seconds. So this hot Spanish cousin comes and stays in the U.S. and this girl also has an issue with her. It's not her cousin.
Oh, okay, I was like, whoa, that's about to get real interesting.
No, this is not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, brother, sister, mother, whatever.
Yeah. And so the other girl, like they end up just sharing an apartment in New York, just out of like necessity and like issues. And they spend this whole book pretty much like trying to like, they don't want to break their friendship, but they're like falling for each other. And then like the last quarter of the book.
Wait, don't give any spoilers.
Okay, you're right. No, you're right. So anyway, they just are setting up this friendship for like the whole book. And then the end kind of just like speeds everything along. So yeah, so I was kind of like, it was a different vibe between this like the first 2/3 of the book.
So it's you're out because you're done with it, and it's you're out because you weren't a fan of the end.
I was really into it, and then like the end kind of ruined it for me. Not so much like the end of the book, but just like the vibes totally changed. And I was like, oh, is this like a different kind of book? But I realized, which I didn't know this, it's technically the follow-up book to, I think it's called like Spanish Love Connection. Like this author is Spanish, so she writes kind of like Spanish-y like romance novels, and they get translated. But so there's a first one. Like it's not like a series because I didn't feel like I missed anything, but it's like kind of like imagine Bridgerton, where like one book is about one sibling.
So there is some stuff you could like know about the people before you know.
So it's like the cousin in the second book is the cousin of like the main girl in the first book.
Okay.
So I think even though the second book kind of like switched vibes on me, and then I was like, what is happening? It was a little cringe. I think I have to read the first one because just to see if that one is like
maybe
the true
maybe that would
channel.
help you like it more.
Also, like the first book I saw has like 44,000 reviews, and the second one had like 4,000 reviews. Not 4, but 4,000.
Like 4, just as simple.
So I'm like, okay, maybe
they're like good, really low on the Goodreads.
Maybe it'll. So I think I'm gonna do that. But I already started another book in Spanish, so I'll have to wait. Because I've been trying to do like my just fun reading in Spanish, so it's like a double whammy of practicing my Spanish and getting
Double
to read.
whammy.
I know. Uh-oh. Am I dating myself?
whammy.
Double whammy. I don't even know where that's from. But that's my out. My book is out. It took me so long to read through that first one just because I haven't read like a physical book. I do a lot of audiobooks, but I haven't read a physical book in a while. And so I just have to like remind myself, like, you're sitting and reading. But that was my out before about like trying to not just be scrolling on my phone. So then I've been really enjoying getting into the book. And now that I've started the second one, like I've been moving a lot faster.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not that like I couldn't read it fast. It was
I'm sure the fact that it's in like your second language also makes it a little bit more, it's not as just therapeutic, right? Because you're still doing like, oh, what was that word? I don't know if I know that word.
But like most of the time I can figure out things from context clues. But yeah, I've really been enjoying reading in Spanish, learning some new words as we go.
Nice.
And,
I know Sarah and I have a shared like Spanish vocab list, and it'll be like, Sarah updated her Spanish note. And it'll be like a new word added to the bottom.
It's because I add them when I read. I try not to stop for every word because then it can get a little glitchy.
And you're like, added that one.
But some phrases I'm like,
one.
oh, that's a good one to know. So yeah.
Nice.
Out with the old Spanish book, in with the new.
All right, looking at our question of the week, I think this one is a great one. As grown women, what are the best places to make new friends?
Yeah.
So I feel like oftentimes if you already have a partner, I feel like when you're our age too, it's like some of the biggest questions that we're looking for is like, where am I going to find my group of ladies?
Yeah, and we've kind of touched on this. I was like, it's hard to make friends the older you get because you're not like when you're in college. It's like, where am I making my friends?
Right.
In the dorms, in my classes, like you're just constantly surrounded by new people that you're also going through like big life changes with, and that just automatically kind of like.
But especially if you're like settled and married, it's like I'm going home. I'm making some pasta for us, and who else am I coming across?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you don't live in the city, you know, where you're not just like physically surrounded by other people so much. Like you've got work.
I mean, I think you could live in the city and still feel like super isolated.
No, you can. You definitely can.
So y'all give us your best pieces of advice for making new friends. We've got book club and birding club.
Book club. We've got a book club of people that we've known for a really long time, but it's true. Like walking around New York, I see all the bookstores have book clubs. You can come, and some even have book clubs for like different genres. Oh, the one thing that I really want to do. There's cookbook clubs.
Oh, I've seen these on TikTok, and all I know is that there's just like what people go and pick a recipe from a cookbook. Like everybody bakes a different recipe or makes a different recipe.
Yeah, if any of you have gone to a cookbook club,
those sound so much fun.
Tell us the deal. But from my understanding, yeah, you pick a book and then everybody cooks a recipe from that book.
I love that.
And then you meet up and talk about the book and bring the recipe. Like you bring what you've made, something from that cookbook.
You bring the physical food.
Yeah,
okay, I was like, I hope, otherwise I'm not going to this cookbook recipe club.
You pick a cookbook. Everybody makes a recipe from the book, and then they meet up and they get to share the food. Now they have some in New York, but they fill up so fast. Like one I was trying, and I was paying attention every day, and then it filled up. I was like, oh. So I might have to just start my own.
I mean, that would be fun. 2 Soups of Home.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so book club / cookbook club, maybe. Someone said Bumble BFF.
Bumble BFF.
I've never heard of that. I have 2 friends from there. One of them, we hang out somewhat frequently. The other and I communicate almost daily, but haven't met up just because we're both busy moms.
Okay. That's nice. I mean, like online platform, then you can like arrange where you're going to be in person.
Or like our dad joined meetups and like would do all sorts of social events with people.
Yeah. Different ages.
Like, I need some friends.
Different ages. Different
language classes. They force you to stand up and talk to each other to practice said language.
Okay, that's actually really good. That's actually really good because then you're not only like you said you have to talk, but you're also kind of learning something altogether, and you're feeling a little like, I don't want to say vulnerable, but kind of you're like, okay, I'm like trying
Everyone's
to speak
at like a
language.
same level of like I don't know things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I'd love to take a language class.
Talk about je cuisine, je danse.
Je cuisine la pomme.
Est-ce que tu danses?
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas.
Je voudrais une baguette.
Une baguette,
s'il vous plaît.
s'il vous plaît. Let's see what else. women volunteer a lot more than men. If you want to meet each other, if you want to meet women, volunteer. You're automatically selected or selecting for people who make time in their schedules for outside of the house activities that involve being around other people. Look for things that are structured and recurring. Friendships are made and reinforced with repeated FaceTime. That's true.
I mean, and someone who's got like
And
a little charitable heart.
And all of these responses are women like 30 to 40.
That's good. Any other ones?
That's all we got. Or those are the top ones that we've got here.
Yeah, I think we've like hit the nail on the head. Also, I feel like I always say like workout classes, although I don't go to any in New York because we've already talked about how expensive those are.
I chat with people at my workout classes all the time. I think it's especially like you get to a point at the end, it's like everyone's sweaty and you just accomplished a big goal together. And at the end, I feel like people are willing to chat or yeah, it's nice. I think that's a good one. Or like at the gym, I don't go to like a big gym, but I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I recognized her from my gym or him. You know, people like start dating somebody from their gym or
see, I always find that
I guess, what am I talking about? CrossFit.
Oh yeah.
I have a ton of friends from CrossFit.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like a gym like that, like you got to partner up. It's
yeah, you have to have a partner.
It's not like everybody's on the ellipticals, like that kind of.
It's like
gym.
It's much more like group mentality,
right?
Especially with like CrossFit. Right, I mean, if it was a big gym, then yeah, oftentimes you are just doing stuff on your own. But you could be like, hey, could you spot me?
Can you spot me on my elliptical?
No, I mean, but like the barbell, I'll be like, I'm going heavy this time. I'm going heavy. Can you spot me? Yeah, thanks.
I do feel like sometimes in group workout classes though, like everybody's a little standoffish. Like you walk into the room and I'll always be like, hey, to the person next to me just to like break the ice. I'm like, oh, hey. But then sometimes they'll be like, hey. And I'm like, okay.
I think it depends day to day too. Like people come in with their own like energy and maybe they've had a crazy day or maybe it's still early and they're still waking up and they're just like, I just want to get my sweat on. I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
But I think it depends. Totally depends on the situation, on the day, on the gym, the class.
I think, and in New York, they have kind of along the fitness route, they have like hot girl walks. Like you can meet up and go on walks. They also have like, I feel like nobody said this. I feel like a great way to get to know people is if you have a dog and you like go to the dog park.
That's true. Everyone's just like, oh, your dog is so cute.
Or you're there and you get to chat with the other dog owners.
I guess what you're saying, like dog park for sure. Yeah.
Where you're like, hey, you got a dog? I got a dog. Like we're already like getting along.
We got something in common. The fact that we have one dog child.
I mean, having a dog is like a big bonder. Just like people bond like, I like Taylor Swift, you like Taylor Swift. I have a dog, you have a dog.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
I like ice cream. You like ice cream.
I feel like that would also be an excellent way to date.
I've watched Gilmore Girls 10 times. You've watched Gilmore Girls.
Just walk around with your dog and then everyone like, comes up to try and give him a pet and you're just like, hey.
Have you seen that in Paris? I think it's in Paris, this video where they're like, Parisians are so unfriendly. I couldn't make friends until I did this one thing. And then you just see everybody like smiling at them on the street. And then it turns to their view and they've got like a little dog poking out of their jacket.
That's hilarious.
Even the French aren't immune to a cute little golden dachshund. My dream dog.
Oh,
my dream dog.
Cute Poochie.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
J'adore ton, what's the dog?
Chien. Chat is cat.
J'adore ton chien. C'est super. Oh, see, look, Duolingo's really working for me. It's really working for me.
Someone out there's listening to this and like speaks French and they're just like,
that was not bad.
To the bay.
J'adore ton chien. C'est super. C'est super. That sounds French to me.
Yeah.
All right, enough French.
Yeah, please. That's like the limit I have. Or otherwise I'm going to start quoting some song lyrics from French operas.
I'm going to have to go watch Emily in Paris season 3 for the 3rd time because the new one hasn't come out yet. Whatever. Maybe they already came out.
Yeah, Emily still
seasons.
has not gotten better with her French.
I love the
Emily, get it together.
No.
Do some duo.
I love the first season of Emily in Paris. I won't get into Emily in Paris, but
it's, let's say 3rd season is on the same level as Summer I Turned Pretty of like cringe.
Is that the 3rd season or is it the 4th?
I think it's only had 3.
Everybody starts going crazy and now Emily's in like Rome. I'm just like, oh my God.
It's turned into telenovela.
Now
Emily
it's Emily
in
in Rome. The whole show is Emily in Paris. What we doing?
Now it's Emily Goes to Rome.
What are we doing?
It's like
I appreciate the hot Italian men. Don't get me wrong.
There's definitely some eye candy in that show.
Introduce the hot guys. But like, could he not be like in Paris? I guess we already had Alfie.
Yeah.
The hot British guy. He was so hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Alfie. I just like walk on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, he's so cute. Like,
So he's getting sweaty, like watching Emily in Paris. She's like,
what's it all about, Alfie? Oh
He's
my
so
God.
cute.
They sing that. When she tries to sing that song, I'm like, don't sing.
shh, don't.
Okay.
Don't.
I went way far down that.
Wow, you got the giggles. Wow. Do you want me to fan you off a little bit?
Alfie
Here we
is
go.
very hot. Wait, okay.
Wow.
My face doesn't even. Oh, no, there we go. My face
You're,
wasn't
you're
working.
getting too worked up. My phone didn't recognize you for a moment.
All right. I digress. Question number 1. Back on track. Back on track.
Pulling yourself together.
Okay. My in-laws think we should be further along in life. Oh, the classic in-laws butting in. Oh, can we just?
Why does nobody writing about their nice in-laws?
My in-laws makes me cookies.
Not all
How
in-laws
should I thank them
stink.
properly? I don't know. Maybe we'll get that question sometime. Okay. My husband and I are 31 and 32 years old and live in Philly. I love Philly. Philly's so good.
Philly.
We've been married for 3 years, have an adorable dog baby, and
Aw.
love the apartment we're currently living in.
Your
dog
what?
baby life.
Dinkwads.
Yeah.
That term
Dual
is
ink-
so hilarious to me.
Dual
And also,
income with a dog, right? Yeah.
Why is dink whack not a thing?
With a
Dual
cat?
income with a cat?
I'm sure there is. Look up ding.
I did because I was going to use the term and it's like nobody uses it. I'm like, so this is just for dog people?
Nobody uses
That's
dink whack?
exclusion. No.
I
no.
cannot even say that without.
I know it sounds like it's like some like insult or like diss or something, but
something
no.
you look up on like Urban Dictionary.
Yeah,
but it's
and
like,
and nobody uses dinkwhack, but they use dinkwad. Okay, thanks guys.
so you're a dink whack and I'm just a dink.
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Anyway.
Okay,
wow,
so we got some dogs.
We've got some
living in
dinkwads
Philly.
living in Philly. My parents also live in Philly, and even though my husband's parents live out of state, they come visit pretty regularly.
Oh, nice. That's so nice.
For the past few years, my in-laws have started making comments about our lifestyle, saying things like, "You should think about settling down soon," insinuating we should start
We're
having
married
kids.
and we live in Philly and we like our lives.
Yeah. Insinuating we should start having kids.
Okay.
So start settling down, aka working on those 2.5 children.
Yeah.
And telling us over and over again that they were homeowners by the time they were 27, and we should really make that a priority. Oh my gosh, the homeowner thing.
Where do Karen and Bill live?
Yeah, Karen and whatever Karen's male name is.
Craig. Karen
They
and
live
Craig.
in Ohio, and they bought their house for like
$50,000 and they're just like,
they've been living there for 30 years, and
I
they're
don't
like,
understand why you would ever not live here or rent or like not have kids at this point, not 10 kids.
Have you seen the prices on homes?
Karen,
recently?
come on.
They've both been retired for about 15 years, and honestly, I feel like they're pretty out of touch with everything going on for people our age.
Sounds about accurate.
Yeah, sounds
about right.
correct. It's not as easy to buy a home now, no. And my husband and I are still paying off.
Have y'all seen those interest rates? Like 7%. Come on.
She says, yeah, it's not as easy to buy a home now, and my husband and I are still paying off student loans while saving what we can.
Also in Philly, so many people rent.
I know. I mean, it's like, what's wrong with
In a
rent?
big city.
right now? Like, renting's not the worst. I say
No.
that as I rent in New York.
I mean, it also gives you the
Freedom?
freedom to move if you want
Yeah.
to. Maybe, go
Yeah.
to Ohio.
And she said, what else did she say? We're honestly loving our lives in Philly and don't feel the need to change anything. How do I give my in-laws a reality check and tell them to let us live our lives? Karen
Record
and Bill.
yourself saying that exact sentence and play it for them the next time you see them.
Just, I think this is a thing of like, as you said, they just are so, they've veered
They're out of
so
touch.
far.
They're out of touch.
Their road is so far off of the road of everybody else right now. They're like, I don't understand. It's so easy to buy a home. And you're like, it's not. And
Like they paid off their home like 30 years ago.
and also you're like, you're 31, 32. Like,
What's the rush?
I understand. Like Andrew and I bought a house when we were young, but we also got like COVID prices and then we sold it. Now we're renting and we're happy.
So many people my age are like, you own a home? Wow. Like,
I mean,
that's great. But which is fine. But do I feel like I would need to own a home?
Here's the thing. Here's the big difference. Your boomer in-laws sounds like
your boomer-laws.
Your boom-laws. They like it's a totally different mindset and like prices and everything. Like they have not done these big life phases in so long. They can't even relate. And it's so off.
And so what does she do to get them off her case?
I think this is a case of, like you said, you're happy. I think you just are like, we really love our lives right now and we don't really see the need to change anything.
This might be a situation where I just have my partner.
I know. Why is it always the issues with the daughter-in-law?
Okay, I think that is one of my biggest problems is like, if my in-laws were being jerks to me, which they're not, love you, Nancy and Andy, like if you're listening.
I love you guys.
But if they were if like in-laws are being jerks to me, I'd be like, Colin, can you take care of this? Like, I would not even like really probably deign to like deal with it,
like,
because I'm like,
get over here, take care of your parents.
I'm like, it's your parents. They're acting awful to me. Where are you? Like, why are you not supporting me in this? Like maybe he doesn't feel so like threatened by it. Maybe he's just like, oh, whatever. Parents will be parents. Or like they're going to say whatever. But if it's really bothering you, I think you should talk to your partner and have him talk to his parents, because to me, it's like, that's his fam. Yeah. I mean, you're part of the family too, but it's like, he's the one who like he can deal with it.
They're his parents. Like if my mom, not the mama scoop, would say, she'd be like, you need to go settle down and like go my house.
But if she was saying that to Andrew, you'd be like, Mom, you'd like come into Andrew's defense.
Get out of Andrew's space. No, she would never say that.
You'd be like, Mom, I think you just need to not like.
I would also just be like, you know what? We're doing our own lives the way that we want to do our lives. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, it's your life. It's not Karen's life. You can do your life however you and your husband want. Like, yeah, okay, in-laws, thank you for your input. You know where the input's going? If we didn't ask for it, it's going in the trash. Like, I'm sorry, but it's going in the trash because I didn't ask for your input. If I want your input and I mean, it's great if you have a relationship where you value their input, but
I think it's also valuable to just be like, you said that they don't live in the same town. They come to visit. Okay, like, or remind yourself that it's like, okay, they might have their opinions and they might say these things, but in the long run, what they say has no importance and no reflection on what you do.
And you don't have to deal with them every day.
No. So like when they come into town, just tell yourself, I'm going to have to sometimes just like smile and nod.
Like, oh, we're happy.
Yeah. Just
we're
like
happy.
Come up with your regular response.
Want to pet my dog?
And let it slide. Let it just roll right off of just, we love our lives. We're taking our time with kids. If we decide to have kids, like we love our life. We're not looking to change things right now.
Yeah.
And their opinion, you can just be like,
we're happy.
Honestly, you can just say, thank you so much for your input. End it.
I think
that's all you have to say.
I think some people, especially certain older people,
or that is your opinion. Thank you.
Can't imagine being happy without owning a home, without working at the same job for 30
without
years,
having your 2.5
and without
kids.
having 2.5 kids. Like, there are so many people our age that are finding happy, fulfilling lives with their partner, without kids. If they want to have kids, great. If not, they're still happy. Maybe get a dog, and you can live a very happy life with your partner. You don't need all of those things that before were like markers of success.
And maybe they'll never understand. Maybe they'll never get to that point where they're like, I see where you're coming from. I would, maybe they'll never get there, but I think it doesn't really matter. I think, find a way to deal with them when they do come into town of that. Or I would have your partner talk to them about can you please lay off these comments because we're very happy.
Try and keep it, as pleasant as possible, as long as no one's coming at you on the attack.
And ultimately what they have to say doesn't really matter.
And the more you can just say, we're happy. Reinforces, we're happy.
End of story.
End of story.
That's all I got to say.
End of story. Bye, Karen.
Question number 2. Hi. Hello. This question might be more for Sarah. Let me just leave the room. But I'd love to hear both of your thoughts. My husband and I are both turning 30 this year and are feeling like we want to move somewhere new and exciting.
Amazing.
We've been thinking about NYC and are planning to spend a month working remote to see if it might be a good fit. Oh my God.
That's
I am
so fun.
so excited for you. It's daunting, but exciting to think about moving. And my question is, how do you know it was the right time to move when you did? and why did you pick New York? That's a really good question. And I think like now with the ability of working remote, like we've gotten a lot of DMs from people saying, oh, I'm actually doing like, 2 months here in DC. I'm doing 2 months in
Miami,
Charleston, and it's just like, if you can live anywhere, why not check out some different places? Why not adventure while you can?
Yeah. Their question was, what was it? How did we?
So why did you pick NYC? How did you know it was the right time to move when you did? And why did you pick New York?
Well, I think it was kind of that like hitting 30 where we are just like, either we're going to live in this house for like the foreseeable future or we move closer. Like our whole, like the big impetus, throw in a smart word there, for us to move was to be closer to Leah and Colin. Because Leah, I mean, big business partners.
Me. It's all about me.
Bing, bing, bing. Just because like we were flying every 3 weeks to meet up with each other and film things. And it was just like, it was a lot of work. So that was like the big push for us to move. We wanted to be closer to Leah for work. So I wouldn't have to be leaving home all the time. Now, New York, obviously like on the East Coast, closer to Leah. Like a city that made sense. About me. Look at this little girl standing in the limelight right now. And also, we had been to New York so much. Like, we knew we loved New York already.
Because you guys would go when you came to visit me.
We would, when we'd visit Leah, we'd stop in. We'd also go like every fall on a trip together.
I forgot about that. You're right.
So we'd spend, a couple days like all the time. So I think what you're doing is good, like going to check out New York and make sure that it is for you, because I've always heard you either love New York or you hate it. Like there's not a lot of in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a city of extremes.
It's a city of extremes, and like either you're like, this is amazing, which is how I always feel in New York. I mean, not every second, but most of the time I'm like, I love New York so much. Or you're like, this is too much. I can't see like my forever life here. But even if you just want to go for a bit, like Andrew and I, our comforting thought was like, we can always move back.
That's
like,
true.
We can always move back. We were like, we get a house in the same, like we said this to each other because we were starting to get like, I don't want to say freaked out at the end, but like before we moved, it was just like a lot where we're like, are we doing the right thing? Do we make a mistake? Just because it's such a big change, having lived in Michigan like my whole life, we were like, we can always move back.
And they're talking about just a month, like working remote for a month
to see if they want to live there.
Yeah. So like, I'm assuming you're keeping your place where you are right now, and you're like, let's just have someone look after the house while we're gone, and we're gonna like do this adventure in NYC for right now to see if we want to do it.
I think what you're doing is exactly right. Go there, spend a month is great. You have your work routine, so then
you have the opportunity to make it feel like
you're living
if you
there.
could live there.
Yeah,
you'll know that in a month.
If in a month you're like, I can't really bear the thought of leaving, or like, I think this is going to be the next exciting phase, go for it. I think that's like a great indicator. But yeah, I mean, we like Andrew and I also love Chicago. That's close to his family. So like, if you're looking to move to the city, like we were looking near our family. So if that's something important to you, like, maybe check out some other cities that are close by. Philly's great, as we already talked about.
And if it comes down to the question of, when I am 60, 70 years old, am I going to look back and just say, I wish I had just taken that adventure. Like, I'm not in a place to do that now. Will it be a regret? If you feel like it'll be a regret, what's a month? I mean, you're gonna test it out.
I think their thing is more like, do we move?
Yeah, but give it the month.
Yeah,
maybe don't even worry about that long question yet.
That's a good idea. Just like, we're just doing this for the month. Like,
this is our adventure for the month. And I think it will be so clear after being there that month of I could totally live here, or it's going to be, I can't stand the traffic, or it's just like too hectic for me, or I miss, certain small aspects of living wherever you're living. I think don't even worry about that bigger question. It's like people being like, they've been dating for a couple months and they're like, will we get married? Should we get married? Is this it's like,
just give it some time.
Give it some time. See how things are going. Take it a step at a time. Take it for the month, and things will be super clear. Yeah. But if you're like us, you're gonna love it. And if you want recommendations, we got you.
I will say, I don't think there's ever a perfect time to move. Like, because you have to do a lot of the uprooting, right? You're like selling
It's always
a
going to be
house.
emotional. It's always going to be.
It's emotional and like.
It's not going to be a perfect time.
There are moments that feel kind of like out of body experience. You're like, I just listed my house. Cool. I literally just drove away from my house for the last time. Like, because I had never moved big like that before. And it was like, am I doing this? Is this literally like a dream?
Well, and I feel like
what's happening?
Whenever you make those big life calls, you feel like you're sort of imploding your life a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, did I just like mess everything up?
But just as easily as it is to sort of like change everything, like listed my house, moving, blah, blah, it also can feel that easy to feel situated in a new place.
Yeah.
Like you're like, here's our apartment, here's our life, go into my routine, work and have my new coffee shop. Like it also can develop so easy that you just feel comfortable.
And one thing that gave me comfort when we were deciding to move was like in college, I'd move every like 8 months. You know, you'd go to college, then you're home, then you do an internship, then you're studying abroad. And you feel, because you're used to it. You're just like,
oh,
all
it's
the
fine,
time.
it's fine.
So I think it gets harder the longer you're in one
The longer
area.
you're stagnant. Yeah.
But remind yourself, like, you can live outside of the four walls that you're currently in. It's just four walls.
Yeah.
And if you want to go on an adventure, like Leah said, if you feel like you're going to regret it,
so the time.
go for it. And you can always go back.
Yeah.
But enjoy your month in New York. That's going to be amazing.
NYC just got here this morning. $2.
Is it $3?
$3. 2 bags, 1 me.
Get on my level.
Last question. Hi, Sarah and Leah.
Oh, they included me in this one.
Here's a question
Just
for
kidding,
your
love you.
podcast. Yes, we'll allow it. I'm 28 years old and currently living in San Francisco. Love San Fran.
Oh, just coming back from San Francisco.
I moved out to California for my master's and really fell in love with San Francisco and decided to stay and start my adult life here after graduating.
Yes, who wouldn't?
During my master's, I made so many friends in my program and from meetups in the city. I don't have a boyfriend, but I feel so loved and surrounded by amazing people while living here. I love that. Core group.
Oh, take me back to San Francisco right meow.
San Fran is always great. Except I shouldn't call it San Fran because the San Francisco people wouldn't.
Will they come
appreciate
after you?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
that. I'll look for your
That's
comments.
like you never say NYC in New York.
I'll look for your
right?
comments and apologize. Yeah. What's the one people say about Chicago? Chi-town or something? Like,
Yeah.
don't say Chi-town. You just write it. No.
Is that true? I don't know.
I don't know. I stay away from all the shortenings when I'm traveling because people always get moody.
When I was in San Francisco, people referred to San Francisco as SF.
SF, they say the letters SF.
When Colin and I were in Sequoia area and like went to different like breweries and stuff, she was talking, like one of the bartenders was talking to someone else. She's like, oh, like, and are you like going to be visiting SF?
Oh, okay.
So they were saying SF.
Okay, instead of San Fran, SF. I'm sure this girl could tell us after living there.
Are we on to it? Do we got it?
Anyway, a little over a year ago, though, my friends, so you've got a great group, you're feeling great. A little over a year ago, my friends have started moving out of the city for work to be closer to family. And my last really close friend just told me this week that she's moving too.
Oh,
There's nothing worse than they're like,
gutted.
I need to tell you something. I'm moving.
and you're like, but what about our weekly Pilates and our coffee outings
My
and our
coffee
book club and
runs. How am I? Who's going to go to book club with me?
and the fact that you're my dog's aunt? Like,
yeah. They said, I feel like I'm going through a personal crisis. Yeah, because of all my friends leaving.
well, you feel like everyone's leaving you.
Yeah,
you feel
"Why are
like
you
they're all leaving
me?"
me. Yeah, it's not you, but yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah, you're like, wait, come back.
I'm being left behind.
I know I'm not losing my friends and that we'll still talk, but I feel like I don't have my community anymore. I'm not sure if I should move somewhere else and start over too, maybe go back closer to home or stay and try and make new friends. Everything seems overwhelming and I would love some twin advice.
Girl,
First big hug.
Oh, yikes! That like guts me because
You can be feeling so confident on your path and then one friend's like moving and you're like, no, don't move. And then your friend, and then you're like, oh, I guess I still have my other people. And they're like, I'm moving. You're like, no.
that's hard. Like, because oftentimes just losing one friend, they're like, oh, they're getting married and moving, or oh, they've been transferred for work and so they're moving. But to have multiple,
I know that
yikes.
I feel like that happens all the time in New York because it's such like a transition city.
Well, and people are like, I'm gonna do my year in New York, and then they're like, I'm leaving New York, or it's fast.
It's expensive too, and like San Francisco's expensive. Like it's understandable why people are
that.
moving. The sad thing is, it's making you're in a city you love with people you love, and now you're
It's
floundering.
making you question
Like,
your sense of like home.
it's making you feel unsettled when it's like you were totally good.
Yeah. I think, yeah, maybe
reflect on that a
maybe
little
zoom
bit.
out a little bit, thinking, would you ever be considering a move had these friends not left or not be leaving? Like, is it something that you've ever considered, moving closer back to home? If you move closer to home and you make, you reconnect with friends there and they leave, will you also want to leave?
Because you can't always be chasing other people as well. Like that's just an unending game that's just going to wear you to the ground. Like I moved because my friend moved, then they move again. Are you just going to follow them for the rest of their life?
It's so hard.
It's hard because I know what you're saying that like you have your community and like these people were partly why.
And you met them in your master's. That's what it sounds like.
I think they said they met them like in their program and then like all around too.
Well, so then the chances are that you would have the opportunity to do that with other people too.
Yeah, and from meetups in the city. So
get back on that meetup.
It's so hard
Group.
because it's like obviously you're not going to immediately find someone, and you're not even looking for replacement people in your
You
life.
just
but
want a community.
and I understand that. Like it's nice to have people to like go get a coffee with. It's nice to have people to go out to dinner or someone to hang out. Like I understand because I had friends in Grand Rapids before we moved, and then when I moved, there were people that I thought I would be my friend, like other people in the influencer space, but they kind of already had their group, and like
You felt like you didn't necessarily there wasn't necessarily room for you to fit in.
yeah, and I felt like I don't have any friends. Like I'm very like alone, and that was a hard transition for me.
I remember you being really upset.
Yeah.
We talked so much about that of just like,
I was upset because I was like, oh, surely like some of these other girls will want to be like my friend when I move, and then they like totally gave me the cold shoulder, like not responding to texts, and you're just like, wow, okay, but like this girl's not going through like,
she's not being snubbed, but it's just,
but I know that feeling of like you're suddenly in a city where like you don't have your core people, and
and
like
there are lots of people there, but you don't feel like any of them are your people.
and it can make you feel like you're losing your footing, like you're not sure. I would say like reflect, maybe write down some things you're feeling just so you can kind of like put it out there. Is it the people? Is it the city? Like, get your basis. And then I mean, I say stick with some community groups. Like I bet you maybe have some friends that maybe they're not like your core
Reach into that like second orbit
friends.
Yeah, like is there someone who is still in town that you could just be like, oh, let's grab a coffee? Like maybe you start initiating things with them just so you start kind of like bringing them closer to first orbit friends.
Because often like it's interesting, like there is that like core group, and then there's sometimes like the friends that are in the second orbit, and it's not necessarily that they're not a core friend by any specific
for a reason,
but maybe like you've just been hanging out with your other friend every week for the past
and maybe
2
they don't
years.
live like as close. Maybe they're a different part of the city,
but
or
maybe now like you've got more physical time to spend with other people. Someone you're like, wow, why haven't we hung out more?
and,
Like,
and
that could
maybe
be-
maybe you've never done your workout classes with them because you do it with Sarah every week, or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, let's ask
change it up,
Jessica to come do it this time because Sarah's moving. And I think my gut is telling me from your write-in that you don't want to leave San Francisco,
and you love it there.
you love it there. You decided to stay there, and
like you made a decision when you were, a few years ago where you're like, no, I love this place and I want this to be my home. And maybe try and like reconnect with that version of yourself.
what were those things that you did at the beginning to build those friendships, and how did you connect with those people and start it fresh again?
Yeah. Because like, I think right now you're feeling a lot of raw new feelings that maybe you
And you
need
feel
some
kind of
time.
like you're being abandoned.
Yeah, and so there's a whole churning of emotions going on. Like I think it's hard to make a big decision right now with this. Everything's churned up, and you can't really feel like settled. So I would give myself time. Maybe like Leah said, try and connect with some other friends. Connect with groups. Go to your book club. Go to your community events. Where you're meeting other people, and then like give yourself some time to just a few months and be like, how am I feeling now?
Yeah.
So that's so tough though. Oh gosh, it's and I feel that so much when you're just like, these are my people. If I have kids, like they're gonna come over, they're gonna babysit, and we'll go to the ball game together, and we'll just hang
You
out.
like
and it's-
envision all this time together.
and then they're like, I'm moving. You're like, I guess I'll see you a couple times a year now.
But I so believe that you're someone who can like make more friendships, that you can make connections with other people. It's just going to take a little bit more, like you're not going to immediately have another best friend. Like it's going to take
You
some
have to build it up.
fostering,
You
building
have
it
to
up,
build it up.
but that's how everything works. And you could end up loving this relationship even more than than some of the circles that you already have. Like you could find a really great person in your life.
And this could be a new opportunity for you to try something new. Like maybe you're like, I've always wanted to try pottery class.
Do those meetups. Do a pottery meetup.
Let's do it. And that could put you on a whole nother circuit of friends.
Yeah.
And again, we're not saying like replace the people that are your core people. It's just like,
But find another community.
find another community. San Francisco is a huge city, tons of great opportunities. I'm sure there's a ton of events going on. And like, give yourself some time, give yourself some grace. Enjoy the time you have left with your friend that's still there. But
Maybe even connect with your friend. Say like, does your friend have other friends in the city?
Yeah, that's a
See
good
if you can do
idea.
some like little group hangouts before they leave too, because
connect me with your people that are still here.
yes, yeah. Like
That's good.
I'm really sad to be leaving you, or like, to not have my best friend. Let's connect with some of the other people in your group, in your
love
inner
that.
circle.
I love
that
that.
I can still be part of.
Yeah. So
But good luck. I mean, that's so
That's
hard,
so
but
tricky. Ugh,
so believe in you.
These adult situations, you're like, I did it. I graduated college. Life is great. And then you're like, all my friends are leaving me.
And at least you can go to Tartine and have a pastry while you're mulling it all over.
Yeah, a little treat never hurts.
so good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tuning into episode 15 of the Inside Scoop podcast. And if you want to be featured on next week's episode, send us a DM on Instagram to the Inside Scoop podcast. We're checking our DMs every day, and all write-ins are anonymous. And can't wait to hear from you.
Till next week.
Bye.